good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy KG Boy 83 coming at you with another live Skyforge stream. And this time, yeah, just as the title says, it is no chill go time up in this bitch. And there's gonna be some hurt feelings. I really don't give a fuck, but we just gonna get right on into the nitty gritty of the game and explain some things to people and dispel some rumors, whatever the case may be. Number one, biggest thing that I guess people are still having a hard time contemplating and are still questioning, which I have no idea why the fuck they're questioning this, is the game pay to win. Absolutely, the game is pay to win. 100% pay to win. Now, to go along with that, the game was free to download. The game also had early access, which you had to pay for. By the way, early access players, you can tell them when you run around in Skyforge, if you see anybody 300 to 400 to 500k prestige, those were early access players. They had unlimited tower capabilities given to them. They were able to upgrade their tower of knowledge with no limits besides however many knowledge of enemy credits they had. That was their only limit. As long as they had knowledge of enemy credits, they could upgrade their tower. There was no time gate behind it. It goes the same way with the tower of the cathedral for getting their followers. If they had, however much credits, if they paid Argents to get their credits to boost their tower, their cathedral or whatever, to whatever ungodly fucking thing they wanted to do, they could do that. And guess what? There's no hate needed, because why the fuck you gonna hate on somebody for spending the money that they made to do something in the game that they play? All right, get over it. Get over yourself. If mommy and daddy don't give you a big enough allowance to buy whatever the fuck you want in video games, then I suggest you just wait a couple years till you get 18 or whatever the case may be, get you a little part-time job, and then spend that money however you see fit. And then you will realize why people get so upset and bitch because motherfuckers try to judge other people or hate on people for spending the money that they don't sign the check for them to spend. So I'm going to tell you like this, unless your name was George W. Bush, Barack Obama, or motherfucking Donald Trump, you don't sign my paycheck, bitch, and I'll spend my money the way I feel like spending it. Period. Now, we just cleared that air. That shit's out the way. Yes, the game's pay to win. Deal with it or get the fuck out. It don't matter. Either way. I can care less. Now, second thing, I'm not carrying shit. That is just straight up. I'm not carrying nobody. I will never carry anyone through anything unless you are one of my very close friends who I've been gaming with or know personally for a very long time. Those are the people that I might actually walk through here. But guess what? They're all competent gamers and they can figure this shit out on their own. They don't need me to carry them through anything. It is appalling how lazy this community is. Oh, I need help getting through this. I can't pass the main story. I can't blame them. Bitch, level up. Level the fuck up. I don't know how many guides that are out there on YouTube right now, because that's what everybody does. They don't know how to figure shit out on their own, so they look to YouTube for all the answers. You can go to YouTube and there's plenty of people that are telling you how to do this, what places to grind, how to get where they're at. Don't worry about what the fuck their prestige is. They got there for a reason. They're probably telling you the right thing to do. They're not trying to fuck you over. Just listen to them and stop wanting everybody to do shit for you in this game. I cannot stress that enough. Just stop, because this is what happens. And to those other YouTubers and streamers out there that do carry people through shit, do your thing, bruh. I'm really not gonna hate on you, but at the same time, that's how communities turn to shit. Because you carry people through stuff and they still don't know anything about their character. They don't have a solid rotation built. They don't know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to any raid. They don't know any mechanics. It's just, you're fucking the community. You're putting people in places that they have no business being. If you couldn't make it through the regular story on your own, why the fuck would I want you in any 10-man raid group? Why the fuck would I want you in any hard mode group, period? Why would we want you there? You haven't even built up a good enough rotation or anything with your character, or even know enough about the game to be doing this shit. So then when we get into a 10-man raid group and we end up in there with somebody who's just enough, barely past the prestige level to even make it in that motherfucker, but then they only have like 6,000 might or 7,000 might. So not only are you hindering the group that you're with, the gear that you get out of there, you can't even fucking put on. So what the hell's the point? Play the game, level up the way that you're supposed to, so that way when you get to end game, you can actually enjoy the fruits of your labor. That would be disgusting to me if I fucking just leveled through some shit and got carried and then went to a raid and got carried and then got some awesome ass gear and I still can't put this shit on. And I still have questions about how do I upgrade my might? How do I do this? How am I supposed to be able to put this type of stuff on? I can't do it because I done got carried through this shit and now I'm just here. Now I've got this big ass prestige number, but I can't put any gear on. Congratulations. Like that makes absolutely no sense to me. Don't do that. And like I said, to those that are doing it, I mean, you paid for your game or whatever, you play your game how you want to play it, but I'm just letting you know straight up, you're ruining the community by doing that. You're straight up ruining the community. It's already shitty as it is. It's already bad enough that we go into raids now and you just see people smashing the fucking square button and doing nothing else. MMOs are supposed to be a little bit more technical than that. I mean, I get that this is like a hack and slash, but it's a fucking carry fest. It's a carry fest. It is ridiculous how many people just get carried through shit. Now, another thing, going back to the pay to win aspect. Yes, you can pay to buff your character, by all means. But people get more butthurt with the pay to win thing because they think it applies to PvP. It does not apply to the arena of PvP. If you go into an actual PvP match, everyone is synced. So you don't have to worry about that. What you looking at? What you looking? No, you gonna get this. I don't even play as an archer, but you gonna get this shit. I don't even know why I'm on this character. I ain't mean to do this shit. Whatever, they gonna get that. Anyway, as I was saying before I was really interrupted, that shit only counts if you're gonna PvP out here in the open world. If you're gonna duel somebody, then yes, you'll have a big advantage over someone who doesn't have the might that you have. But in the PvP arenas, everyone is synced to 12,500 might. Everyone. So a 400,000 prestige player, yes, they're gonna have the advantage because they have the symbols, but that's it. If they go in there and they don't know what the fuck they're doing, they'll get wrecked by a 5,000 prestige character just as quickly as they would get wrecked by a fucking another 400,000 prestige character. It doesn't matter in PvP. That shit doesn't matter. They actually balance that out. Now, to help this game, what I really do hope that the devs end up incorporating, Citizen, how you doing, bitch? What I hope that the devs end up incorporating is maybe for players that want to play the older content, sinking them down to the prestige level, sinking their might down to that prestige level, and then maybe the raids will become somewhat challenging if they did something like that. Until they do, and these overpowered players steadily run through these raids carrying every fucking body, we're not going to see any progress. People are still going to suck. They're not going to know their rotation. They're going to be in there just mashing square and thinking everything is fucking fine, and nobody's going to say shit to them. Listen, I'm not elitist. I don't give a fuck. I might sound like one right now, but I'm really not. But I do understand MMOs. I understand that MMOs are very rotation heavy and dependent and mechanic heavy for the most part. This MMO is slightly different. There's not as many mechanics, but why be anything in the game and not max out your potential as that character? Why would you do that? Why would you unlock any of these other characters? Which, yes, I have them all unlocked. I do. But why would you go through this and do that if you're not going to find one that you really love or really like and max out its DPS potential? There's another thing that bothers me, like seriously, on a serious note. How hard is it? Okay, I say I just unlocked this Berserker or whatever, and I'm trying to figure out what it does. How hard is it to hit the options button and go to your abilities and actually read what the fuck your character does? How hard is this? How hard is it to go through here and be like, okay, that move does that, that move does that? You can build a pretty solid rotation just off of reading your abilities on most any class in this game. Even the ones that don't have set combos like the Berserker has and they have nothing up here, If you just go down to the abilities themselves and read what they do, you can build yourself a pretty decent rotation off of that. That's not a hard thing to do. That's not a hard thing to do, but nobody does that shit. Every berserker that I've seen in every raid does this shit right here. Where's the enemy? Square, 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 square. That's all they do. That's their entire rotation. Mash the square button. This is their rotation. That's all they do right here. This is it. That's all I see. That's the entire rotation. Through the entire fight. That's all they do. Come on, man. And occasionally I'll see one of these. Occasionally this will come out. So that's all they know. They know square and fucking R1. Great. Don't worry about the rest of the abilities that are all up through here and everything else. But you know what? That's enough about that. I done got my little spiel out the way, and I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream. This is just gonna be real a short one, just to get some stuff and clear the air basically with some of the shit that's been going on and being said about this game. But I'm gonna end this stream and I'm gonna actually start up a real one and go through some raids, do some operations and whatever the fuck case may be. But alright then, until next time, which will be in a few minutes hopefully, Cage Boy 83 signing the fuck out.